Ever since the release of Bad Boys for Life, the directors of that film have been rumored to be in talks with Marvel Studios in regards to a project down the road. Now recently, Adil and Bilal, hopefully I said their names right, did openly talk about which possible characters they might be interested in, and it's the ones I previously speculated that they would be in talks for because they seem like a perfect fit. So in an interview that was originally done by, I believe, Discussing Films, and has been since sourced by multiple other people, and, parts of this interview have been making it around in relation to their career and stuff. They've really talked about, their whole career, I guess you could say. A retrospective, things they would like to do, the success of the most recent Bad Boys movie, and things of that nature. Now, when it was brought up about the Marvel films they'd be interested in specifically directing, they did have two particular ones that they automatically went to: Deadpool and Blade. These are the ones that they specifically mentioned. Now obviously, I've talked about it before when the rumors popped up that these two were in talks with Marvel, and I speculated that these would be the two movies that they would be after, because if you look at the other catalog they have out there, it just didn't seem like a fit for them, because they already have a direction or people attached to these other films. So the obvious ones would be the ones that are still unannounced, or that are announced, like Blade, but that don't necessarily have a date, but are a little further along than something like Fantastic Four, for example. So it would sort of make sense if that was, the films that they were giving them as an option. Now, I've heard some people complain about the fact that it's not Ryan Reynolds directing Deadpool 3 if they take it over, which, guys, that doesn't make sense. Ryan Reynolds didn't direct either Deadpool. The first one, the superior one, was Tim Miller. Ryan Reynolds just is an executive producer and he has say, which obviously he's probably going to have a lot less of that in the third Deadpool. So obviously Marvel Studios would want their director and not the one picked by Ryan Reynolds himself, because they have a certain idea and a style that they want to go with. When it comes to Blade, honestly, as far as... Okay, how do I put this nicely? The further they can get away from Guillermo del Toro's version and what happens with Blade 1 and 2 specifically, I think the better. While, you guys know I love Del Toro, my favorite director of all time. I love Blade 2, absolute masterpiece in my opinion. I want them to do something different, more comic book accurate, and I want it to be unique. And I think if they were to be given Blade, I think they could definitely deliver something along those lines.